A little too much for a very game Kaden Smith that's moving up in place of Moshe Schwartz.
So it will be Kaden Smith replacing 10th-ranked Moshe Schwartz. And just one of the unfortunate sides of this season's Bedlam, you would have had number 9 versus number 10, as Tagen Jamison is number 9 for Oklahoma State. But instead, Kaden Smith will go out there. He's from Bridge Creek High School in the Oklahoma City area, a regular 133-pounder coach, so he'll wrestle at 141 today.
Yep, and you know what? This is his opportunity to be a Reese Whitcraft. This is his opportunity to make a mark. Outstanding high school wrestler. I love the way he goes out and ties up right away.
Tagen Jamison for Oklahoma State, redshirt freshman, transfer from Minnesota. Set out redshirting with injury last year at Minnesota. He went to Durant High School in Oklahoma and then Plano West in North Texas.
Oklahoma State had a great wrestler and great kid, I would say, by the name of Johnny Thompson. And we never beat him with great wrestlers. And then along comes a freshman by the name of Mimi Miller, and it's like, hey, I don't care who you are. I don't care what this is. I'm just going to come wrestle. And pulled out a victory that no one would have bet money on. Nice. Pull it up to the head. If you can get it up there, you can cradle off it. You got to be careful. Extending too far back, the guy drives in, you lost your control. Just keep sitting and beat that shoulder. And it's going to be a stalemate, I think, yeah.
So stalemate.
You got to like just the posture and the look in the eye of Kaden Smith.
Jameson in on that left leg. No points yet.
Keep that hip over the head. Ah, he's got the leg raised. And this is sometime where you experience the size of the bigger guy. Remember, Kaden's moving up to take on Tagen Jamison.
Well, good heart shown to get up.
Yeah, needed to hip heist and get that leg off there, but
Matt returned there. Back down they go. And riding time building now.
I'm impressed with what I'm seeing with the Cowboys. I don't think this is amongst their most talented teams, in part because they have a lot of puppies in there. But boy, they're sure wrestling well.
Point of the match there, the escape for Kaden Smith. And to battle his way back as we close in on the end of the first period. So Jameson with the powerful double leg that goes unanswered. 3 more points for the Cowboy wrestler. 2 takedowns for Tagen Jamison and a 6-1 start in the opening period with Oklahoma State leading the duel 6-0.
Yeah, now he's a good legger. What they want to do is to have him stop the first move, get his boots in, and try and slow down Tagen Jamison.
Tagen Jamison, hard to slow down. Oklahoma State also has Sammy Alvarez, a Rutgers transfer, who would be eligible second semester.
Whoa.
Ooh, we've got a whistle here. Dangerous position called.
Oh, there's an injury here is what it is.
Jameson is injured. And so you have the Cowboy staff out there, Coleman Scott and Chris Perry with head coach John Smith. Let's look again here, Coach. What do you see?
The only thing I can think is when the boot came in, it came in a very sensitive position. So it could be that, but I don't know. But you don't know what he came in with either, you know.
And Roger Kish talking it over here with Kaden Smith.
It's hard to see. Is he looking at his shoulder?
Just really can't tell. Looks like they're pointing at the inside of that right leg as we initially thought.
Yeah, so maybe a pulled groin or maybe just a shot there. But I like the way that Kaden took control. Got that boot in, was close to a tilt, but that may have been a result of the injury.
So we have the stoppage now, and we'll look one more time, and maybe, Coach, one more look here and see if you can see something.
Well, unfortunately, we're on the wrong side of that as well. It looks like he stopped wrestling immediately. So my guess is maybe he caught a shot to a sensitive area. Let's see if we see him limping.
Unfortunately, he has gotten to his feet.
What's interesting about it is he's using all his clock. He yells again or something, they have to stop the match. He's done.
So they will restart, and they will give the choice here to Kaden Smith, top or bottom. He says top.
That's not a bad idea when you're behind by 5 points. And this is a strength of yours.
At the very least, he'll be able to whittle some of the riding time built by Jameson.
Bump. He's got it in again.
Long way to go here in the second period. The riding time now wiped away.
Broke him down. Now he's looking to get that shoulder over his head. There's a warning. I was just going to say that we can see a warning here.
So
And
Jameson,
the difference is he only has one leg in. Sometimes with two boots in, they don't want to call it, and rightly so, because it's hard for the bottom guy to build up. But there are counters here that Jameson can do.
So the warning issued to Jameson. Crowd really getting into this one. Whatever the injury is, Coach, it's clear Tagen Jamison is a different wrestler since we had that stoppage.
30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds.
And now it will be Smith able to probably build riding time. And there's a second warning, which gives Kaden Smith a point.
Yep.
So 6-2, still the advantage, though, for Tagen Jamison. Riding time hits 1 minute for Smith.
And there were several options for Coach Roger Kish to use at 133. He chose the right one here.
Could have gone with Carter Schmidt. Moshe Schwartz unavailable to go today. So that was a huge period for Kaden Smith. He gets only 1 point out of it in the end with the 2 warnings that were given to Tagen Jamison.
But those warnings are used. The next one's 2.
Jameson will start on top. And Kaden Smith has 1:10 of riding time after what he was able to do in that period. Can Smith get out and maintain that 1 minute riding time?
When you're in that sit, get some back pressure.
Riding time dips back under 1 minute.
Well, this is just riding. You got to work for the fall on top.
The mat return there by Jameson.
And it looked like he was attempting a Grammy and came down hard in his head.
Back to their feet they come and back down. The powerful Tagen Jamison able to send Kaden Smith back down.
Yeah, and once again, this is where you're seeing the size of a 33-pounder moving up.
And there's another warning to Kaden Smith that time.
Well, and that's not a bad call regardless of what how the crowd is reacting, because he's not attempted a turn in any way.
That was actually issued to Tagen Jamison. So there's point number 3 for Kaden Smith. But he's got to get out here to have any chance. And he's just being ridden by Tagen Jamison.
But an escape and a takedown now wins it. Ooh.
Mat return again by Jameson.
Yeah, he's in that sit, but with no back pressure. Get your head back into him.
30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds.
Well, 30 seconds left in this bout.
Little Sooner magic here. Let's go, Kaden.
And it's looking more and more like Tagen Jamison is going to ride out this third period. Did get a point
and
issued.
He looks a little tuckered. His head's down. Not as much fight. Got a whole good position in there, but really a valiant attempt by Kaden, and a good performance overall by Tagen Jamison.
It'll be a 6-3 decision for Tagen Jamison of Oklahoma State. He wins it at 141 pounds, and Oklahoma State, by virtue of decisions at 125, 133, and 141, taking a 9-0 lead in this Bedlam duel.
And had the Sooners been able to win those first 2 matches, this would have been a big win for them there, even though they didn't come out on top.
Take a look at what Tagen Jamison was able to do. Basically just about 4 mat returns and ride out that third period, Coach. This should be a good one as we move on to 149 pounds.